so I have my 6th grandchild and she is beautiful.
Hello, Suzie.
Hello, Samantha.
Oh, Mum, sorry if I've got the most annoying voice.
I know, I've heard you
I've
on
got
the
a
phone.
cold and I've got a sore throat, so you'll have to bear with me. And for the listeners, I know it's really irritating, but I didn't want to miss a week, but I have got a sore throat.
I know, love.
We'll see how we get on.
You've been taking that honey?
I just had the strongest Manuka honey. Do you know, like, you get different strengths?
Yeah.
I think it was like 85, and it literally made me cough. I was like, and I don't really like honey. Like, I'm not a massive honey fan. And I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so I'm all dosed up, so hopefully I'll be fine for this hour.
Oh, good.
Do you know, we usually do, hi and welcome to the Sam and Billie show. Last week we had Paul as a co-host, and this week we have got the lovely Suzie. Welcome, Mum.
Nice to be with you and to speak to all your listeners.
Mum, do you know what's really funny? So Paul was like, yeah, I'll step in whilst Billy's on maternity leave. He's done one. And then I was like, we've got the other one coming up. And he was like, oh, yeah. And I could see you sort of like pondering. And when you said to me the other day, look, if you need me, I'm here. I was thinking, yes, because Paul was a little bit
I know. I just thought I'll help you out a little bit. And it gives me a chance to have a little natter and a catch up again. Not that I haven't seen much of you, because I've seen loads of you.
So I'll let Mother announce.
Yes. No, so I have my 6th grandchild.
Woo,
and she is beautiful. She's
and it's a she.
Gorgeous.
Obviously, you probably got that. A she.
She's beautiful, everyone. So that's why I'm grinning from here to here.
I know. It's been the most amazing week. However, we will wait to go into depth for when we do our baby special with Billie, which we're actually going to record this week.
No, but Billie, you're going to let Billie do all that.
We're going to let Billie.
She's here and she's gorgeous.
Oh, Mum, how amazing! I don't want to go into it too
much.
And
baby are all good. I know, but they're both doing really good. Baby's beautiful. Billie's doing good. So we'll leave the rest for her to tell anyway.
We'll leave the rest for Billie, but honestly, Mum, what a week it's been. It's been amazing, isn't it?
Oh, what an amazing week. Literally,
Mum, I can't believe
you've got exhausted as well.
Well, I think that's probably why I'm a little bit run down, because I think just the back and the forth and the emotions, and it was all like... But how does it feel, Mum, to have 6 grandkids?
It's just amazing, honestly. I never thought that I'd have 6 grandchildren so soon. I always knew that you was going to have children, but just to have the 6, I've got 6. 3 girls, 3 boys. 53.
That's what I mean. 53. You've got 6. You're 53, and you've got 6 grandkids. That is a lot to be. And mind you are a young nan, but you know what I mean.
No, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing.
I'm very lucky.
So, does a little birdie tell me you had a hangover this morning?
Well, I literally...
The polls.
Yes. I literally got overexcited. Like, obviously, we see you's left. I should have just stopped, but I had another couple.
Oh, yeah, let's bring the listeners up to date. So yesterday, Paul, Paul and the kids went over to Billie's so everyone could see the baby. And Mum was there, Dad was there, Nan and Grandad popped in and left, didn't they? And Billie and Greg's friend Sam. So it was like a bit of a kind of full house to see the baby, and I think the boxing was on or something, wasn't it? Anyway, we left after dinner, and then Billie said this morning that Mum's hungover. So come on, tell us, how was your evening?
Well, you know what it was? It was that one lethal drink. I had a dark rum and coke, and that's what sent me over.
That's hilarious. So when I was leaving yesterday, Sam and Dad were going to the shops to buy rum. Is that the rum?
Yes.
Is that the culprit?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Sam poured me a really large rum, and I do like a rum and coke, but to mix it after I'd been drinking like Prosecco wasn't good. And I said to Billie, I haven't had a hangover for about 6 months.
Well, you look amazing. You've really spruced up. You look fresher than me.
I felt well. You've got a bad cold. You always look gorgeous anyway. I looked terrible this morning. I looked like I'd been dug up.
She actually. Billie actually sent me a video, and I thought, oh, she's seen better days.
Oh, was she doing videos of me, so and so?
Yeah, but you're in the video. You're sort of sitting up. 1 second, let me just describe it for the listeners.
Oh, well, you're going to show it now, I bet.
I could flash it. 1 second. Where's the family chat? We have a family chat on WhatsApp, don't we? And it's always this funny stuff on there. Oh no, it's not. She sent it to me privately. Right. I'll do a little flash.
Oh no. Oh, I'll tell you what. I don't want to feel like that in a hurry again. I felt terrible. But I had some
done
Marmite
to get
and toast. Yeah, no, I had Marmite and toast, got up, shower. Once you have a shower, the thing is, I think with a hangover, if you lay in bed, it doesn't go.
I just think you're quite good. I can't deal with hangovers. I'm just like sick all day. It's the worst.
Oh no, I don't really get sick. Like I used to when I was younger. Good. But
maybe your tolerance gets better as you get older. That's what happens.
More practice, that's why.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, the perfect hangover.
Yeah.
Anyway, the less of my hangover. So what have you been up to then? Or what have you got coming up as well?
Well, this week, obviously, what's the day today? We're recording this on a Sunday. So this whole week has been consumed with new baby, which has been amazing. But this morning was fun because Rosie had a gymnastics competition.
Yes.
So we got up nice and early and she came third. So she got a medal.
Oh, amazing. That's so amazing.
She done so well. But you know what? It was quite funny because when she done, the last one she done was about...
She got first, didn't she? It
was about 6 months ago.
About her, and she got first, because when I asked her yesterday, what are you... you've got this, you're going to do this, she went, I'm going to come first, Nanny, because she comes first in her last one, didn't she? But this is it. It's amazing.
So this is it. So it was bigger groups this time, and where she's just turned 5, she's now in the 5 category. So she's obviously the youngest of the group, but she done amazing. But it's funny because she came third, which was great. She still got a place, like out of all those kids. And I was so proud of her. And she had the medal. And we got in the car, and she was all a little bit like. And then I waited for it, and then all of a sudden, like halfway home, she went, how comes I didn't come first? But the process, she sort of waited, got in the car.
The thought process.
And then I just said, darling, I was like, it doesn't matter. I was like, you have done fantastic, all that chat, to support them and make sure that they don't. But I could see she was a little bit like disheartened because I guess where she came first last time, she didn't really know how to deal with those emotions, but she was fine.
I know, but that's,
and then the medal broke.
I've never seen someone so small and young do such a perfect cartwheel.
I know, her cartwheel,
and she's doing like handsprings now.
Yeah,
literally. I think she called it something else. I don't know if they called it Arab Springs. It used to be.
They call it a different terminology. Yeah, but she's she done really well. But yeah, it was quite funny. I was thinking, oh bless her. She's like, why didn't I come first? It's like,
so you had an early start this morning, then, didn't you?
Oh, it was so early. It was had to be there for 8:30 so they could warm up and stuff like that. But it went on for quite a while. Didn't leave there till 11:30. And I left Edward at home with Paul as well. But Paul said he was fine because it went so long without milk. But I said in the freezer I've made fruit lollies, and I said he really likes him. Sit him in his high chair. That's like an activity for half an hour. But he's fine. He's just sleeping now. We've got Christmas decorations everywhere. So I've done the tree. You probably saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw the tree.
I've decorated the tree. I need to do the fireplace, and we've got some bits and bobs to like dot around the house, but there's just boxes where we pulled it all out of the garage. It's just all sitting in the landing since last week, obviously, because then we had baby duty, so I just left it all.
Duties. So Christmas, have you done any shopping yet?
I've done. Yes, I have actually. I ordered Nanny and Grandad's hamper because they always sell out. The Fortnum hampers always sell out and just come up close to Christmas, so I got them. I started a couple bits with the kids, but I'm really struggling this year, I've got to admit, with Paul and Rosie, because the presents aren't they're a bit more specific, which is better, I guess. But then I don't, you go from wrapping up quite a few, and then now it feels like the pile's getting smaller because the presents are more expensive, like the Nintendo Switch games, You know, it's all
they're so
pricier.
expensive, aren't they?
They're like 60 quid a game.
I haven't even started, and because obviously we've had so much going on, like with the move, Billie's move, my move, obviously the baby. It's just been, I haven't started, but I can't even think about it. I'm probably one of the only women that hate shopping.
Yeah, but I don't like shopping. I don't like clothes shopping. I like shopping for other people. So Christmas I find quite fun. But when it's clothes shopping, I just, it's not for me.
Very stressful.
It is stressful. Billie loves it. But me and Mum will never go shopping with Billie.
No, so if ever it's the worst thing to do.
It's still, you can't shop with Billie.
And you have to go look at everything she wants, and then you have to go and watch her try it on, give her an opinion.
You end up just following her around the shops.
Yeah, and you don't even want to do that. She say, "Well, let's go shopping, and we're all going to get something," but no one gets anything except Billie. So.
No, and also like, if we do our nights in London, Mum, like I stay over, the next day she goes, "Oh, we could have breakfast, then go to the shops." Sounds like a lovely idea, but me and Mum always say like, "No, thanks, it's all right," because we end up just pacing around looking for something that, because we don't even want to shop, we'd rather just go and have lunch or something.
Yeah, no, exactly.
She's always like shopping though, isn't she?
Oh, she loves it. She is a bit of a shopaholic, though. I'll tell you what, there's not a day. Every time I've been at her house, there's not a day.
Parcels.
I know a lot of things arrive for work and jobs and etc. But also, there's always something. Even if it's like the other day. I see the Amazon man coming up the drive box. I said, do you want me to open this? Because I wasn't sure if it was presents, so I can get rid of packaging for her. She said, and it was whisks, 3 whisks. But I did say to her, like, you haven't got a whisk, you need a whisk.
But you know, she orders everything from Amazon, so Billie will get like, I'll put that in my Amazon basket. Whereas it's certain things that I don't. I just go like buy when I'm in the supermarket or things. She orders everything from Amazon. It's so funny.
Oh, honestly, it's unbelievable, the amount of parcels that come to this house. Anyway.
Football's on tonight. Are you going to watch that? Where are you watching it?
Yeah, I'm going to watch England tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. That'd be nice.
Are you staying at Billie's tonight?
I'm going to stay with her tonight. I've got work tomorrow, but obviously the kids are back at school, so it'll be nice.
Yeah, she'll have the day to herself.
Her and the baby, she can just have the day to herself and relax. The baby, as all babies are, she's sort of sleeping a lot in the day and awake a lot at night. They don't get their day and night.
It takes a good couple of weeks, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I just said to her, when she's sleeping in the day, just grab that time for you to sleep. I'm here, can look after the others.
Definitely, she needs a little boost.
There's still lots of going on in the house and stuff at the moment, sort of the last things going on here.
It is a madhouse, isn't it? I can't believe.
I said, just get yourself locked away in your bedroom with a baby and chill,
Mum, I can't believe how small she is and how big Edward feels. Oh, so I checked. So they do weigh the same.
£7.10.
And I can't believe you look at her and I was just like, how was that Edward only 7 months ago? Like, it's 6.5 months ago.
Now, like, he's sitting up playing, but he looks
this gigantic,
giant, doesn't he?
He's like a gigantic
compared
baby.
to her.
And then she's just like this little delicate dolly. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
honestly, that newborn stage is really only lasts 4 weeks, doesn't it? It
just goes so quick, and you just got to huggle them. I think for them you got to switch off from everything else.
That's it.
And just huggle them. It goes so quick, honestly. Well, I can't believe I've got 2 30-year-olds. So 32. 31 and 32. You're going to be 32 soon. I know. You've only got another few weeks.
New Year's Eve, 32. I can't believe we're in our 30s. I love being in my 30s, though. I mean, I know I'm only 31, but I think it's great.
I loved being in my 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
I like being in my 50s. I like all stages, actually.
Apart from your menopause. Actually, get into that.
Oh, well, yeah, to say that. That's the only downside about hitting. Well, actually, I come into it in my late 40s, definitely. But I wasn't sort of dealing with it, was I? I was trying to switch off from it, but...
So we had quite a lot of people, when they knew that you was going to be hosting today's podcast, quite a lot of people wrote in asking, would Suzie talk a little bit about her journey. So you don't have to go into depth, but you've recently come out of the other side of the tunnel. I don't know if that's the right terminology, haven't you? You've seen light. You said the other day that you feel really good.
Yeah, no, I feel so much better. I mean, there's so many different medications, and obviously you've got to get what's good for you. People have gels, sprays, tablets, all sorts of things, a lot of different herbal remedies you can take. But yeah, I think at the moment, I'm feeling good. Like I said to you, I come off that other tablet because the downside to that was
it HRT, Mum?
Yeah, yes, but it wasn't really making that much difference. All it was doing, well, I said to you, I was just swelling all round the middle, literally swelling up, like in the summer,
made your
my
tummy
stomach.
swell up.
Yeah, and I just felt it like all round my back, like all my bras felt tight. And I know, like, obviously as you get older, you do put on a bit of weight. However,
no, but since you've come off that HRT, your stomach's gone completely flat again, hasn't it?
Well, it's never going to be flat, but
no, but you know what I mean.
I know, but I've never been one, as you know, to weigh myself. All through your childhood, we never had scales in the house.
Yeah.
However, I've got scales now.
I've had scales for a long time.
So I've got scales. And I've lost just under 4 kilos since I've been off of that particular.
That is a lot. Do you know what it might have been doing? It might have been holding water weight. But do you know what? Obviously, we're not going to give medical advice here, guys.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, that might really work for somebody else, whereas something else might work for you. Like, I think everyone's body
and I didn't come off of it
different.
because of that, because I don't really, I'm not like thinking, I don't want to be like put on a bit of weight. It wasn't because of that. It was purely because it wasn't that particular one wasn't making me feel good. It wasn't, no. And I my sleep has been better as well again. I mean, the symptoms I've had. I mean,
quickly go through some of the top symptoms.
Right, my symptoms are, I've still got a few symptoms, but the worst for me was anxiety, which you know me, I've never been anxious. I get on with things and I deal with things, but I'm really anxious. Motorway driving, you know me, I've driven all over Europe.
She won't go over the
all
Dartford
over
Bridge.
England. You know, everywhere. I've driven big vans, you name it. Lorry, not big massive lorry, but I've driven that, anything. I've jumped in anything, can drive anything. Now but I've sort of conquered that bit, obviously, because I need to get on the motorway to get to you. Because there was a time I was doing some train journeys, wasn't I, over to you? Because
there was a few train journeys.
Yeah, quite a few. But that bridge! I went on the bridge. Cut long story short, I literally went on the bridge to see my friend Lucy one day. She was in the Isle of Sheppey. The bridge was like this. And I had Nelly and Arthur in the back of the car, but I started having a panic attack as I went over the bridge. It was getting higher and higher, and literally I was holding onto the steering wheel. Can I just
ask? You say it was like that, but what do you mean? Like, was the bridge opening?
No, as I was going up, it's a really steep bridge. As I was going up the bridge, I don't know, something come over me, and I can't explain it. It was like I can only explain it. But
what's the bridge called?
I was doing all this mad stuff. Anyone could see me in the car, and I was holding onto the steering wheel. It felt like I couldn't have control of the car, and my heart was going. I had all shooting pains going.
I'm having a look at it now. It's not that high. It's not that steep.
No, there's a couple. No, as I was driving on it. No, when you're driving on it, it feels like you're driving like that. Literally.
I can see it. I can see it. It's quite high.
But I can't tell you the relief as when I got to the bottom of the bridge. I know, but and anyway, since then, I had another bad one when I come back from skiing. It does look quite
steep, actually.
I parked my car at Heathrow Airport, came back from skiing with Linda. I had a really bad panic attack on the motorway. No bridges involved, on the motorway.
Right.
Like the lorries felt like they were coming close. It was just horrible.
Do you think you've overcome that now?
Yeah, so
I feel like you have, apart from you won't go over the Dartford Bridge to get to me.
No, I just can't go. Yeah, I go around the other way. I just cannot go.
She goes Hertfordshire way.
I can. No, I'll put an extra 15 minutes on my journey, but I'd rather do that and know that I get there safely. So, so bridges are for me are a no now.
So anxiety, hot sweats, that's another big one, isn't it?
Hot sweats. I mean, some people just get them at night. but I was very unfortunate and get them all day. I still get waves of them, but that
you would just be like, you would just
horrible.
Out of nowhere say,
sort of
so hot.
It's like comes from the bottom of your feet, and it feels like all your body is like on fire inside. I can't explain it inside, and like all around the back of your neck,
awful.
every crevice of your body, like under your bust, like in your groin area, but at the back of your knees. It's just sweat.
What do you do to cool yourself down?
Well, you just have to, like literally, like if you're out and it happens,
take your coat off and go.
Yeah, I mean, but I avoid shopping. I avoid shopping centres anyway, as you know. But yeah, just cool yourself down. Get a cold drink, get in the shower.
Weird that we have a menopause.
Oh no, it's we really do get the raw end of the deal.
I don't
sometimes,
think
us ladies.
It's weird because obviously as you get older, you start learning more and more about women and your bodies and things like that. When you're younger, it's all about your menstrual cycle and your periods, isn't it? And then you have babies and all that kind of stuff. Then you get older, it's this. And it's like, actually, I think until recently, the menopause was never spoken about, was it? No. Back then.
Well, do menopause, you know what? You'll be, sorry to interrupt you, but you'll be surprised. I have to say things when I think of them, because that's another thing, memory loss, right?
Okay.
Right. You name it, I got it.
Memory loss.
Yeah, memory loss. So look, there we go. Look, what was I about to say?
I said that you don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
People don't speak about it as much.
No, so you'll be surprised even now how many women don't like to tell their partners. Maybe start discuss it with their girlfriends.
Do you think that's a sign of then? Do you think that's because it's a sign of like age and like your
and I feel like people
babies.
Think, I don't feel like a complete woman anymore. It's rubbish. You still feel like a woman. You still want to look lovely and feel things. But that's another thing. Your sex drive can also go. Your libido is not like as high as it was. Like when I speak to like a lot of my friends.
But then do you get that back?
Yeah, but I think that's the only thing I haven't tried, and I do want to try it actually. But I think doctors don't like to really give it to you as a last resort. I'm not sure why. I've got no idea, and I haven't really done much research on it. Testosterone.
Oh,
so
what will that do? Is that for men?
No, men have a lot of it, don't they? Well, theirs can decrease, I think, as well. But I need to do a bit of research on it before I talk too much about it. But the people that I know that are taking a bit of testosterone, the ladies, they're saying that I know you don't discuss my sex life.
It's all right, I don't care.
Or I don't want to discuss it with you.
I don't care.
Like, you don't hear about your parents doing that.
I don't care. Carry on, it's fine.
No, but that is another thing that happens in menopause.
Okay, there is some. And there's some side effects.
Yeah, they are.
I've just read one,
but no, I'm not. I knew.
No, it's not. There's some side effects from taking that, by the way. So obviously, do your research. Well, there's a couple in rarer circumstances. You can develop a deeper voice, baldness. Wait for it.
Basically turn into dad.
And also a really rare side effect is clitoral enlargement. Seeing as you're quite happy at the moment and you don't have a boyfriend, I think you should probably just stay where you are. I don't think you should be taking any medication.
I think it's very small amounts. It's not the amount I think that going to end up growing a beard.
I'm going to have a look into something for you as well. But you're in a good place now. That's the main thing.
I'm good. But it's just like, it comes in waves. You have moments, you get emotional. Like I said to you, just like one of my examples was that I just saw this like little old man walking down the street with his little shopping trolley. I was in the traffic and I was watching him. I just started crying. I thought, why pull yourself together? Why are you crying? Like, he's quite happy. But I was just looking at him thinking, look, he's got his little shopping trolley.
Little
I just started crying, And
do you know what, though?
I've got I did get a little bit down. And I said to Billie, I've got no reason to be down, but I don't know why I feel like this. I've got a beautiful family around me, 6 now healthy grandchildren. Everyone's got their lovely
that's obviously part of what's going on within you, going through your menopause and the age you're at and stuff.
But anyway,
It's good to talk about it though, Mum,
It
because I
is.
feel
Yeah,
like
no, it
even
is,
if
because
listeners
people-
aren't going through it, maybe their parents are, their
Yeah,
mum
no,
is.
I've had
or,
loads
you
of
know.
ladies ask and, you know, say they're really happy that I've spoke about it. They some people don't realise as well what's happening to them, and they think, you know, am I going mad? And, you know, like I said,
Oh,
the
yeah,
memory loss.
absolutely.
Sometimes, you know,
Do you remember we used to call you Aggie Sue? Like you'd go on the turn like that for no reason. Me and Billy would be like, oh my gosh, that was so unnecessary. Like you would literally switch for the smallest thing. I think that was part of your menopause transition as well.
Yeah, I missed that one out, didn't I?
Yeah. You did indeed.
Yeah, you used to sing it to me. She goes again, Aggie Sue.
Yeah, Sue, yeah. Right, okay, so Billy and I do this segment on the podcast and it's called Dilemmas. So our listeners write into us if they have a dilemma and we basically talk about the dilemma and hopefully come up with a solution. So, should I read the first one out?
Yes, fire away, Samantha.
Okay. I'm meeting my boyfriend's parents for the first time over Christmas and I'm really nervous. Do you have any advice on how to make a good impression? Right, okay. So, firstly, I would turn up to the house with maybe a nice bottle of wine or, you know, something kind
Christmas
of something Christmassy, like a little kind of token of appreciation for like having you around their house. I feel like that's what she's doing. Maybe go into their house. But also, I think just, I guess, be yourself because...
Yeah, that is one word of advice. Be yourself because...
Your partner obviously is falling in love with you for you.
Yeah.
She's going to probably be a little bit nervous.
Yeah, nervous, anxious. Well, not anxious.
And nerves can make you, like, not be yourself, I guess. Yeah. So don't get too drunk.
Imagine.
Because... yeah, that might not go down too well. But I think just
then
be
the
yourself.
The real you will come out.
Yeah, the real you. Engage in conversation. I don't know, help out, offer help. That's quite a good one, isn't it? Like if they're cooking and then, I don't know, when it comes to doing the dishes and things like that, you know, offer a helping hand. I don't know, be a goody two shoes. It's the first time.
Yeah. How did you feel when you first met Gaynor?
I remember exactly what happened. She came to my house where we was in Brentwood and because I said to Paul, what should I do? Like, what sandwich does she like? And Paul was like, I don't know, just a cheese sandwich will be fine. So I made sure I had like cheese and bread, cheese sandwich, tea.
We just sat out there then, push the boat out.
I know, right? Because it was only in the morning and I was like, oh, I don't. But yeah, I was a little bit nervous. I guess you are really because... And then we just was in the kitchen chatting for a while and it went on for a couple of hours.
But really, Gaynor is so sociable anyway. She's really good to talk to and she's got a lot to talk about, hasn't she? So,
and I think because it was at my house as well, I think that made a difference. It wasn't like I went to her house, you know, she came over to us.
Yeah,
so,
that's nice.
Well, good luck with that and have a lovely time. But yeah, I would just be yourself, have fun.
Be yourself,
enjoy and just don't get too drunk on the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
avoid alcohol at all costs.
At all costs, who knows what you might say. Okay, so the second dilemma. My 2-year-old has just started to have major tantrums out in public. She throws herself on the floor and refuses to listen. I get really embarrassed in public and I feel like I can't control her. Do you have any tips on dealing with the terrible twos? Nelly used to do this quite bad, didn't she, Mum?
And Billie used to do it, didn't she? I think once I'd done it and got on the floor with her and started doing it and it shocked her and she looked at me as if to say, like, is my mum mad? And I was like, oh, you know, we can all do that. Yeah, come on, whee, and all that.
It's so hard because I think it depends on your temperament.
Do that, though, actually.
Yeah, just jump on the floor when you're in Sainsbury's. I feel like it depends on you because as a parent, because I can, whenever any of the kids had a tantrum, I can deal with it. I'm like, okay, it doesn't bother me. Like even when I've been out in public, whereas Paul would like come over all hot. Like, it doesn't like the thought of people looking at him whilst the baby's having, like, the kids having a tantrum. But I think the best thing to do is just carry on doing whatever you're doing, or if you're trying to get them into the pram, like, what else are you supposed to do? There's no point in losing your shit and starting screaming and shouting in public. That is
the worst thing. That's the worst thing to do. I know, like what I said I'd done, but I was doing it in like
but that's like mimicking
kind of
them, isn't it? And I bet she was
but I remember. I mean, I don't know if they have health centres now. Like when you got back in the day when you were little, because Billie suffered, and I went to see my health visitor. We had like a little health centre in Upminster, and I went to see her.
And still have them.
And to discuss it with her about her behaviour, because it was getting really stressful for me. And what
did they say?
Obviously, I'd never really shouted much at you, did I? Or
no.
Obviously, I'd never smacked. My thing was put you in your bedrooms, wasn't it? Shut the door.
Chase us up the stairs a few times.
Yeah, done that. Get up to your rooms and all that. But they say go down. I remember the lady saying just get down to her level when she's going like that, and hold her close to you, and just talk quietly to her. Now, come on, what's fuck? Tell mummy.
Yeah, just hold. I think if you just hold them tight,
hold them tight, and I think that because like you said,
it's tough as well.
It's so tough. It's frustrating because really you want to scream and I can't handle this, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't get you anywhere doing that, honestly.
And also, it doesn't last forever, so don't worry. It's a small period of time, and then you laugh at it. When you look back and you do laugh, you're like, oh, remember that time? Right, okay, so our last dilemma. All my friends and everyone around me seem to be moving on with life so fast. Engagements, houses, babies, etc. And I feel like I'm just stuck. I'm so happy for everyone around me, but it sometimes put my life into perspective that I don't seem to be progressing in way the others are. How can I stop comparing myself to those around me? Oh, I feel really sorry for the person that's wrote this in, because in life, things that happen to people, it's always the right time for that person. So even if around you, your friends just bought a house, or your friend's having a baby, or they've just got married, that's because that was the right time for them, and your time is coming. So I always think in a situation like this, there's a reason why it didn't happen for you last year, or you broke up with that boyfriend because somewhere along the line that wasn't going to work out for you. And I just feel like I guess the best advice I can give is to carry on living life to the full, how you are, being happy for your friends, carry on doing what you're doing, and your time will come. And I feel like if you are the reverse of that, and you're kind of down in the dumps, questioning everything, and your mood and everything you're putting out there is quite low, then that's what you're going to receive. So just be happy and be grateful that your big chance is just around the corner, and it's coming.
Absolutely. No, that's a good bit of advice. I would have said exactly the same. So
yeah, because I get that, and I understand that some people probably think, oh gosh, I'm not even engaged, or haven't even got a boyfriend yet, let alone a baby, a house, and an engagement. But that's because that's not the right time for you. So, your time is coming.
I totally agree. I think people sometimes think that, I should have this, I should be doing this. You shouldn't. If you're happy doing what you're doing, carry on.
Absolutely.
And when it's right for you, it will happen.
I mean, look at me, guys. I'm not married yet.
No.
When the time's right, the time's right.
Yeah. She's not even
it's all
engaged
different.
Yet.
I'm not even engaged yet.
She's not even engaged, let alone married.
3 kids.
7
moves.
3 kids.
Don't worry. We all have at the right time.
Yeah.
And even Mum.
Yeah.
Like, Mum, I feel like it's just around the corner and you're going to meet someone. Like, Mum is obviously single, gorgeous, and has so much to offer, but you just haven't met anyone or the right person yet. But I just think that that's going to happen for you as well soon. You just around the corner.
Yeah. Just around the corner. That's a long old corner.
Now, yeah, but as well, you have been going through the change. Maybe this is the right time for you because you're coming out of the. Yeah, exactly. Right, okay, so ask us anything. We've got some Ask Us Anythings, Mum. These are all for you. So here we go. I'll ask you the questions that the readers have sent in. Listeners have sent in. Listeners. Okay, so what is Susie's most embarrassing moment? Go for it, Suzie. What comes to mind? It's hard, that one. You probably had a few.
Oh, I've had loads. Well, once when I was in Dubai, and I think Sambuca got it on video.
Right.
Greg.
Yeah.
Greg was having to. Oh, I've had one in Dubai and one in the Maldives.
I was going to sneeze again. Yeah, go on.
Both of involved alcohol.
I was going to say, were they alcohol?
Oh yeah, alcohol fueled.
Used.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's terrible. Really, I'm not encouraging alcohol, but yeah, both of them involved alcohol. And
You're on holiday. It doesn't matter.
once,
So what did you do?
They carried me, and I looked like Jesus Christ. And I had this long. It was yours. I was wearing something of yours actually, a really long,
Really?
lovely white kaftani dress with all blue embroidery on it. Can you remember? You borrowed it to me.
Yes.
And we got really, everyone was merry and happy. Then I ended up having a couple of shots.
You just went, took that step too far.
Yeah, and all the videos of me the next day, on the buggy, poor old Francesca was sitting next to me, because you get buggies to your villas, your rooms and that, and...
So you was basically
I was being carried
on
across
the buggy.
I was carried across the reception and laid down on these big chairs where we'd come to wait for the buggy, and all rolling about, laughing, saying stupid things. I'm a happy drunk anyway. It's very I never get angry. Anyway, and then they put me on the buggy. Him and Greg and Louis had to put me on the buggy. Francesca, poor old Francesca, was sitting next to me. Everyone was laughing. Everyone had had a few drinks. But then, this big bit of dribble or spit come out of my mouth and went on to poor Francesca.
No.
It was horrible for her. Poor thing.
That is
but
what did Francesca
that was really
do?
bad. No, she's good as gold. She didn't go in, she was just like, oh, she's dribbled on me now. But that was really
hilarious.
Funny. Yeah, and then once I don't.
Did you wake up? I mean, I do. Did you wake up with the fear? What
bit of fear.
Dribbled.
No, in the morning, Billie come in to the room. I went, "Morning, mother. How are you feeling?" And I was like, "What happened last night?" She said, "What happened?" And then they videoed me, the so-and-sos, and they showed me it all on video.
That's the worst
everything it was, carrying me through reception. They were holding me. I was that long, all stiff, like a plank. Him and Louis, it was literally, and I said to Greg, that must be the drunkest I've ever been, because I've never not been able to stand up. So I don't advise getting that drunk.
We need...
I've never not had my legs.
we would like that. We would like the footage of that, please, so we can have that for our Instagram.
Oh no! Sambuca's here actually. I bet he's got it on his phone. I think I've got it on my phone somewhere as well. That was brilliant. Was a really bad moment for me.
That was a great Suzie embarrassment moment. Right. Okay. So next question: what gives you both the ick when it comes to men? I think it has to be, for me, teeth and shoes. So you have to have, or breath and shoes. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Just hygiene and a good pair of shoes. That's if they haven't got that.
I don't mind a rugged man.
Yeah, you quite like rugged. I think.
Yeah. No.
I think you're quite picky.
I don't think I've got a. I don't think I've got a type.
Yeah, I think your type is quite European, almost like a pair of loose jeans with a belt, a t-shirt, dark hair, lots of hair, eyebrows. I feel like you're kind of that European-y. I can't explain, but do you know? Because every time you've said, "Oh, he's all right," it's that kind of look.
Look, I know that they do sort of turn my head. That kind of man.
Yeah. So, go on, what gives you the ick?
I like someone to smell nice, but not too strong.
Yeah, you don't want it coughing you out.
Overpowering.
So many men put too much aftershave on. It's too much. Actually, as women, we don't like it. Just a little subtle, nice, fresh smell.
Just a little bit, fresh smell. Yeah, I go for lemony, limey smells.
What about shoes? What about Hair? Oh, mind you, you don't
clean,
care.
go clean shoes. No hair. I don't mind hair or no hair actually. Yeah, just either.
Well, yeah.
Obviously.
Dad's still bald. Right, okay, so next question. How did Suzie
I'm not going
meet...
back with him now.
I know. How did Suzie meet Dave, and is it easy staying friends? How did you meet Dad?
I met Dad on holiday in Spain.
Well, you was on holiday in Spain.
I was on holiday with Nanny and Grandad.
And us.
And we had a barbecue, and we had a barbecue, and he turned up. He was...
What, so he was a friend of Nanny and Grandad's?
In the crowd. Yeah,
right,
well,
okay.
yeah. Well, he knew, like, people in the pub and stuff that they was drinking in, and yeah, he turned up. But to be fair,
so Dad's actually...
he was so cocky and... Dad was
really?
15 years older than me.
Exactly, so Dad's was quite a lot older than you. Like, yeah, I mean, like, to catch your eye, he was actually a bit older, wasn't he? Like,
yeah, well, actually, I didn't even like Dad at first. I didn't even like him. He was being flash and cocky, but he was showing off. No, he was showing off in front of me. Then he sent his friend up the next day to the villa to say, ask if, like, would you like to come out and meet us? We're all going down Sinatra's, like, for I'm going back in the early 90s, but would you like to come and meet us for a drink? And so
the rest is history.
Yeah, and I thought, and then he went, get out, you need to get out, because obviously I was single on my own with you and Billie, and then he was always encouraging me. He said, like, go out. I didn't really go out a lot. She'd go out and have a nice time. Like, you've got your sister with you, I've got the kids, they're going to be perfectly fine. So I thought, we thought, let's just go out, and we'll go out and give them some stick or whatever.
Yeah, a bit of banter.
And yeah, and he sort of, and then we was chatting. Like, it's funny enough, I was sort of actually eyeing up one of his friends.
Oh, that's hilarious. Does Dad know this?
Yeah, I think he does. And Lynn, it wasn't Nick, by the way. One of his other friends, and and
was
then
his
he come over. Yeah, but he come over and he had all the chat, and he was chatting, and
that's really funny.
And then he said no. Then we went on to this other like this little club in the pool right round the back, and I went outside to get some air, and he come out, followed me out, and said, "Oh, are you going?" I think he was trying to be cool, but then he come He said, "Oh, are you going?" I said, "Oh, in a little while." I said, obviously I've got the kids to get up to. Blah, blah, blah.
So, just quickly, how old was Dad then when you met? And how old was you?
So, Dad...
What was you, like 24 or something?
Dad was 38 when I met him. 23. Oh, no, was I 24 and he was 39? Yeah, it was before he was 40th. I remember having his 40th with him. So. Yeah.
Wow.
We had a little bit more hair. Well, he had these spikes, but he was such a bug, right? He was going for some kind of look. And he used to get really aggravated. Not like obviously in the beginning. Like if we was in a car and you had the windows open, or if his hair was...
he didn't want his hair to be messed out. Oh,
yeah, because what he was doing, he was positioning these spikes to cover all these bald patches that were coming through.
That is
and
so
I was
funny.
like, unless you're going to actually do something about it, stop doing that. Just like maybe shave it off.
Shave it off.
Just shave it off.
The transplant.
Yeah.
Mind you, did they do transplants back then?
Yeah, they did. But
that's hilarious.
But because one of his friends had one, and it was like literally, I can only describe it as like like corn when they're sowing corn. I mean, obviously advanced technology now, but his friend had one. And it was
so
like,
he had like
all
dreadlocks
rose.
in the hair. No,
it was all rose, and you could. It was nothing like what Greg
nothing like
done.
they do now.
No,
could you imagine if Dad got? Imagine if he went and got a hair transplant now.
But it's really funny when before I knew Dad, because Dad was already going bald when I met him.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was trying to fill the gaps, but he, I've got this memory thing again. See,
there we go. She's just completely gone blank. We was talking about hair transplant, Dad, the spiky hair that he used to get funny about in the car.
Yeah.
Is it gone?
Oh yeah, just yeah.
Don't worry, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Next one. Right, okay. Do you have any New Year's Eve resolution? Oh, sorry. Do you have any New Year resolutions?
Yeah, find myself a nice man.
There we go. So if you're, it doesn't matter if you're bald or if you've got hair. Mum doesn't really mind. She kind of likes the European look.
Look.
What else, Mum? Kind, funny.
Funny.
Potentially has their own kids already. That's obviously a must because I don't think you want to
Well, obviously I'm not having no more kids.
Yeah. She's got 6 grandkids and 2 of her own.
Yeah, I've got 6 grandchildren, 2 of my own.
I think it'd be nice to have someone that likes to travel and be spontaneous. I think that's quite nice.
Like a bit of travel. I do like travel.
Yeah.
I follow this woman on Instagram and she's got this most amazing camper wagon. She lives in America and she's got her 2 dogs in there and she just travels everywhere in this, and it is amazing, this
wow. So do you want to travel the world in a camper van?
I don't know, I just keep looking at it and thinking you've got such a carefree life and it looks amazing, all the places she goes to, and I don't know, I just really like the look of her life. It looks amazing.
Well, should do whatever that you want to do, Mum. Even if you imagine telling Billie you're taking a year out and travelling the world in a camper van.
I know. Well, you've got FaceTime.
I would be like, do it, Mum. Go on, get out there. You can do this. And Billy'd be like, what are you doing, you weirdo? The 2 different daughters. She'd be like, you can't go anywhere. I've just had a baby.
I know. But it's something you can't do on your own. But I've got a feeling that my sister, I've got a feeling, I know that Samantha would love to do it.
So why don't you two go and do it for like 3 months?
I know, really. We couldn't we?
But why don't you?
I know.
Life is short. You need to go and have fun and experience things and see more of the world. You've been, the most amazing mum
but
and
the trouble
grandmother.
is, she'd have to do the driving in case there's any bridges. Which...
Well, you could just plan your route.
Yeah, she likes driving anyway.
Listen, why don't the 2 of you make a plan
really
to book it for even because you need to do it for a few months. You can't just go and do like 3 weeks.
Do you know what? I would even like to do it here in England because there is some beautiful parts of England I haven't seen. I've looked at on the telly. No, but there is. I mean, I've been literally to all the major cities around, and I've been to obviously Devon, Cornwall.
I know there's a lot to see in United Kingdom, but I also think you should go
around Manchester, Liverpool,
further afield.
Bristol. I've been all round. I've been actually all over the country, but maybe not.
We've ticked off UK. Yeah. I think you should start seeing other parts of the world in your camper van with your sister Sam, and that's who I'm named after.
Yes.
Right, okay. Mum, that was really fun. I loved having you on.
Oh, thank you. I really liked chatting with you and your listeners.
And our listeners, thank you for filling in for your daughter.
Thank you for having me. I hope I haven't bored you too much.
No, you haven't. It's been great fun. So just a quick update, guys. We are hoping to get one more little episode in before Christmas, before we go off for a Christmas break, with Billie, because she even said earlier that she would love to get on here and tell you all about the birth and stuff. So we are hoping next week's episode will be with Billie, talking about the birth. So that's it from me and Suzie today. So thanks, Mum. Oh, and guys, don't forget you can listen to the Sam and Billie show ad-free on Amazon Music. So, yes. Love you, Mum. What are you up to now? Cooking today? Or
yeah, I think, she's got a few visitors coming today, this afternoon. Libby's coming, Greg's sister, and her family so So I'm not actually doing a roast. We're just going to do some bits and pieces, just like a little... bits and pieces,
lovely.
Like a little picky bits and stuff. So, so I'm just going to do that and, help with anything.
Lovely.
Have the kids for a bit and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give you a call later. And thanks for our listeners. Bye. Love you.
Love you. Bye, everyone.